us, but we only get to pick one life.
Ow.
Space-time is getting all flippy because of that damn gizmo.
Why the hell would you make something so dangerous, Rick?
It wasn't me.
All of those dots are where my dad is.
So we meet again. To blow off some steam.
Where's that?
Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Rick and Morty, the anime episode 1. This is the premiere episode, which you can watch now on Max. Episode 1, The Girl Who Manipulated Time. This is directed by Takashi Sano, who is also known for some of the work in animation, including things like the most recent Tower of God, also some of the original Rick and Morty shorts that inspired this anime. I think overall, I enjoyed the first episode. It's a really interesting experience to recontextualize a show that I already am a big fan of. It felt very similar to the Star Wars Visions, which was a property that I'm overly familiar with, right? But put through a new lens. I think the anime definitely successfully translates the original show into a more stylized anime format. Now, will those visuals appeal to the main audience from the main show? I'm not sure. It may take a little bit of adjustment. I didn't have much of an issue with it because I am pretty well versed in anime, and I also find it very intriguing, especially like usually within the main episodes of Rick and Morty, you'll see a little short in the middle that has already a different style. So like it's not weird for me to see these characters change. The first episode centers on Morty in a virtual world, and it explores some really interesting ideas. But I don't know if it's as funny as the main show. I don't know if that's the goal for this show, to be as funny as the original show. It doesn't have as many jokes. Obviously, it doesn't have. It can't really rely on a lot of the callbacks that are already built into the main lore of the main show. I think another kind of criticism that I saw online was that for the English dub, the original cast is different, which is weird because apparently for the Japanese version of the dub for Rick and Morty, the same voice actors came back for the Rick and Morty anime. So I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I think the anime really is a novel concept, but who knows how long that can hold on. Overall, I enjoyed the first episode. We're going to go through some of the beats of the first episode just to kind of bring you into the world. So I'll give you a spoiler warning when I do that. But yeah, it's an interesting experiment. I don't know that it will succeed on the same level. It may even find a completely different audience than the main show, which is interesting as well. But also, hopefully, this opens the door for a completely different audience to maybe look for more anime work. I think that'd be really fun. So let's get into spoilers a little bit. So we do see the Galactic Federation preparing to destroy an alien planet. And then we see a version of Summer shutting down their power to save the planet. Now, we don't know how this is going to play out. We also see a Rick surrendering to the Federation. But of course, it turns out that this is just a hologram with a destruction device inside. So the real Rick is somewhere else, really doing something else completely. The Federation believes that Rick has an antimatter bomb, but it's really a device. And Rick explains this, that it's a device that reverses time, which is interesting because the main anime and even the main Rick that we're following, he's mentioned how he doesn't really enjoy messing with time. We also see Morty, which is really the main crux of the episode, playing with a VR game that was created by Rick, where he encounters multiple versions of himself, all kind of like in different genres of different games, including just facing various threats, whether it's like a giant kaiju-like monster or an apocalypse. But there are these recurring characters that keep popping up, and I think those are going to be important for the rest of the series, maybe. I don't know if these are like one and done episodes or if this is actually a story that's kind of building across the different episodes. But yeah, Morty experiences all kinds of stuff like love, politics, unhappy relationships, all of them centered around the mysterious item that we see in the show. Rick's location is also not really known to us, even though that Summer's kind of tracking him down. But it looks like his priority is going to be to get Morty out of that game. And we do see that Morty developed a relationship with the character Elle, who is the titular girl who manipulated time. But it looks like a glitch is preventing them from being together. And this might have been because of something that Summer was doing, trying to get Morty out of the game. So I don't know. Interesting stuff overall. Like I said, I enjoy the animation. I enjoy the story. It was interesting. It was entertaining for sure. But it definitely feels very different to the main show. Um, so yeah, we'll see how it goes from here. I think a lot of these they air on Adult Swim and then the next day available on Max. So if you're trying to keep track of it that way, I recommend you check it out. So if you've seen this show, let me know what you thought about it. There's a nice little end credit scene at the end after the credits, as the main show has them, which really kind of ties back to the original lore of the show. So it's not completely disconnected. Like there's definitely a lot of stuff going on that the creator, you can tell they are up to par and up to snuff and to like what's going on with the show, I think. So yeah, if you've seen it, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.